The sun had almost set. You're roaming the jungles of Guyana with your friends when all of a sudden a slow whistle pierces the air. You stop and look around, but you see nothing but dense forest. In the blink of an eye, your friends drop to the ground, claw marks slashed across their bodies. Out of the bushes, a jaguar-like creature emerges, walking on two legs. In Guyanese folklore, Kaniama is a spirit that punishes people for their wrongdoings. Apparently, the Kaniama is invoked by someone and sent to harm one as an act of revenge for some wrong. Kaniama serves as a dark arbiter, meting out vengeance with a chilling precision. Kaniama has several different versions in oral traditions, varying by village and storyteller. In one fascinating version, it is believed to be a bush demon. The word bush emphasizes the wild, untamed, and supernatural nature of this entity, while it is considered a demon because of the way it interacts with humans, which we will discuss shortly later in the video. Regardless of which version you come across, its purpose remains the same: haunting those marked for vengeance and ensuring they meet a dire fate. If we talk about its land of origin, as I said earlier, it is part of Guyanese folklore in the country of Guyana, specifically rooted in the indigenous tribes of Carib, Akawayo, Makushi, Patamona, and Pamon. Kaniama's appearance in its original form varies depending on the story. In some stories, it is believed that Kaniama is a jaguar-like creature or even a shadowy humanoid figure that moves between trees. And in other stories, it is believed to be invisible, only sensed by its eerie presence. Kaniama, even in its original form, can transform into other animals to cover large distances. People say if you hear a jaguar but see nothing, Kaniama is near, not as a man, but as something the forest itself fears. Kaniama, though rarely seen, is felt strongly. Its presence is marked by an ominous change in the air, a thickening silence, or a sudden chill on the back of one's neck. When it chooses to reveal itself, it does so by possessing a human host. Now the question is, how and why does Kaniama possess humans? Well, while people generally fear and avoid even whispering its name, some people actually seek it out as a last resort for avenging wrongs that no human court can right. Through secretive rituals, consumption of psychoactive plants or drugs, and sometimes even a human sacrifice, individuals invite the Kaniama spirit into their beings, surrendering their humanity for the power to exact vengeance. This dangerous pact often leaves communities in fear not only of the supernatural but also of each other, since anyone could potentially become the target of Kaniama's wrath. These complex and dangerous interactions with humans have led many to believe that Kaniama is a demon. Kaniama's powers are as intriguing as they are terrifying. It has the ability to merge smoothly with the human spirit, taking control without alerting others until it strikes. After it possesses a human, it has the power to shapeshift, but it doesn't transform completely. For example, according to stories, its most common transformation is into a jaguar. However, instead of completely changing the human host into a jaguar, it makes minor tweaks, such as causing the eyes to glow yellow, muscles to grow larger and stretch unnaturally, and the back to arch in an inhuman way. This is enough for acquiring supernatural strength without drawing too much attention. Kaniama also causes mental shifts alongside physical ones when it shapeshifts. The host loses all fear and morality, driven purely by vengeance. Additionally, their senses sharpen. They can smell, hear, and react far beyond human ability. As far as weapons are concerned, the Kaniama possesses supernatural weapons and is most noted for its bow, which it shoots arrows tipped with a magical poison. But he doesn't let his victims off easy. He makes sure they suffer. Once the Kaniama completes its task, the host must perform a secret ritual within a certain time, or the host risks losing consciousness entirely to the spirit, ultimately leading to death. In another intriguing version, Kaniama is a man who is a member of a secret society of trained, skillful, powerful, and dangerous assassins. They carry out vendettas and they kill targets in mysterious ways. They live anonymously among ordinary people in the community. They are feared. Whole villages are terrified by their proximity. They are also skilled hunters and can transform themselves into forest animals and imitate their sounds. I came across an alleged sighting, told by a resident of a small village near Lethem, Region 9, as documented in multiple retellings. A local hunter named Joseph had gone into the bush alone, a routine part of life for people in the Rupununi savanna. He was experienced, alert, and armed. But that evening, while returning home, he heard a low, slow whistle coming from the dense trees. Not a bird, not a man, just one single eerie note that seemed to follow him. The jungle went completely silent. Suddenly, Joseph's dog, who had been walking calmly by his side, started growling. then cried and ran. That's when he saw it. A tall figure standing completely still just beyond the tree line. Its eyes glowed faint yellow, even though there was no light. Its body was human-like, but its back was unnaturally arched and its arms hung low, like a predator about to pounce. Joseph raised his gun, but his arms felt paralyzed. He tried to call out, but his voice failed him, like something was gripping his throat from the inside. As he stumbled backward, he noticed claw marks on the bark behind him, fresh and deep. Somehow, he managed to break free and sprinted back to the village. That night, his cousin fell mysteriously ill, and 3 days later, died with no visible wounds, only dark bruises spreading from his chest down to his legs. The elders whispered, "Kaniama doesn't kill right away, it makes you suffer, slowly." This also proves that Kaniama doesn't always limit its attacks on the person marked for vengeance. Instead, it may target someone connected to the intended victim, especially if it's carrying out a ritual vendetta. The origins of Kaniama are deeply connected with the concepts of balance and justice. It is not an indiscriminate force of evil, but rather a calculated distributor of fate to those who have incurred severe moral debts. Well, that was all, folks. Stay tuned for more.